See, I've not come up on there. I don't want to invite guests, I want to enter.
It's the camera, isn't it?
Let's come out and go in again.
No, don't end,
No.
because you won't be able to start again.
See, it's my fingers, they don't work on this. Have you got fingers that work?
Press the X, don't.
Yeah. That doesn't seem to. Maybe yours is a bit smaller than.
There we go.
There, yeah, you must have got
Should
slightly
I-
smaller fingers.
So, what are we looking at? It's not quite telling. Hello, everyone. That's a little bit better.
Have you found me?
Well, I can see me.
Right.
Shall I take this to the?
Yeah. That's this one.
Next one. The question is. Good morning. Bryn, I'm just going to pop this above your head, if that's all right.
Oh, fine. Charlotte, what? She doesn't live here.
Oh no, that's all right. I'm just going to pop this up there,
Oh, on screen.
and then Cheryl will control it from the front. You see. Try not to push any buttons as I do.
That's better. You can hear.
There we go. I think that if you let go.
Yeah.
My
That's-
elbow.
that's
So you want my elbow?
Lovely.
Open and back. Which way around is it? Hang on. Hi, folks. Well, one of us needs to shut up. Hi, folks. I hope you can hear me. We're having teething problems, or I'm having teething problems. Weird at the moment. So excuse us.
Put it in the right place.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got that one. So I'm just waiting for Charlotte. We Max is trying to convince you that we know what we're doing. Which mic is picking up here?
Into that one, and the volume's coming out of that one.
So I need to switch this mic off. So it's fine.
You need to type.
Probably. Don't know, do I? This mic is silent. Oh, silent.
But you might want to turn the volume on that one.
Oops. Where have I gone? The only... You don't want to listen to me, Google, I tell you. Okay. This is me pretending I know what I'm doing. Good morning, John. Good morning, AD and Co. I'm assuming Sally is with you. Yeah, I know I'm not wearing my mask properly. I'm going to put on a shield. And I promise you, I haven't taken up welding. But, yeah, doesn't that make the hair look attractive? Thanks, AD. I'll need all that encouragement. If there's ever a time you can't hear me, please let me know, and we will do something about it. We're going to endeavour to get a webcam. We're waiting for Charlotte to arrive with it, and then we can put that on over there. And hopefully we will get things sorted, I'm sure. I have an assistant this morning. Assistant, put your head in.
Morning.
This is Wes. He, you would have seen him joining us for most weeks. There's not many weeks that he missed. If he wasn't on screen, he was in a church online. He was in church, and I'm very grateful for him coming today. So just trying to get another angle. Turns out the noise. There was no speaker there. I've just found out. There. If I really want to make you annoyed, you can have a version. We may have to be doing this, and then can we fix that up in there?
We can do that one then.
Yeah. Say hello to the public.
Hello. We're getting there. We're getting there. But thank you all for joining us this morning.
Okay, let's take that out because one of them is bad enough. One of my taking them out. Oh, right, okay. I want to switch your nose. I am going to try and get rid of this echo. How's that? Should be. Would you go and speak into it?
Control on the.
I've muted it now.
On, we need the speaker on.
There is volume control on it, but yeah, side button. Don't you just love technology? You're very patient with us. Just while you are here, folks, we are planning a conference service on Wednesday. And then next Sunday is the general service. And guess what? We're going to try and stream that again because it's such a special service. we are going to continue with Wednesdays. This coming one, the 2nd of September, is Compline. One after that, the 9th, will be hymn singing. So get your hymn requests into Christy, or send them to me and I'll pass them on. And we will be able to good old sing song.
Shouldn't be able to hear it.
Yes, I'm just
Well, yeah, I was going to say
assistant.
yeah.
Oh, haven't had a spade for ages. Well, it's actually a retired IT person. What a fine name. So hopefully this is going to all improve. Keep it like it is. Okay. I have instructions from Boss for safety because it is. We can be heard. And I'm trusting you to say, oi, I can't hear you. And also, if it gets too noisy, can you let me know that as well? So we get background noise. It's filling up nicely. But we'll have to show you. The service may deviate a little bit, and because the connectivity isn't great over here. For me at home, it makes I will move to one side. Doesn't hopefully mean do you want to stay up here? I've got two pieces of equipment with me. One set up somewhere else, so I'm not really sure what I'm looking at the moment. Father John's just going into the pulpit. Oh, obviously I can't reverse the camera online. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't she get down here any earlier to sort all this out? I have a very good reason. I was locked in my house, the front door locked, I don't know what it's done, but I couldn't get out. So I'm afraid, after a little panic, I'm going to go round and start everything down the other way. Hooray. Okay. Could be great in a minute. Should I take that out? This thing has to tell, wouldn't it? Oh. Hang on. Charlotte has arrived with the webcam. So, patience, folks.
But also with you.
But it's wonderful to be able to gather here this morning. And thank you to so many of you coming out and for what incredibly the last to these parishes. It's been a wonderful 4 years in your company, and it's wonderful that we're able to gather together to thank God for that time together this morning. So let us prepare ourselves forward. Almighty God,
To whom all hearts are open, all desires known, and from whom no secrets are hidden. Bless the thoughts of our hearts by the inspiration of your Holy Spirit, that we may love you and work in the divine of your name, Christ our Lord. Amen.
St. Paul says, be imitators of God, love as Christ loved. Do not bring families, but away your anger and bitterness, all slander and malice. So let us confess our sins to God who forgives us. Father in heaven,
You are light and grace. We have sinned against you and against our neighbour. In what we have thought, and in what we have said and done. Through ignorance, through weakness, through our own deliberate fault. We have wounded your love and marred your image in us. We are sorry and ashamed, and repent of all our sins. For the sake of your Son, Jesus Christ, who died for us, forgive us all that is past, and lead us out to walk as children of light.
Almighty God, who forgives all who truly repent, have mercy upon you. Pardon and deliver you from all your sins, confirm and strengthen you in all goodness, and keep you in life eternal. Through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Glory to God
In the highest, and peace to his people on earth. Lord God, heavenly King, mighty God and Father, we worship you, we give you thanks, we praise you for your glory. Lord Jesus Christ, only Son of the Father, Lord God, Lamb of God, you take away the sin of the world, have mercy on us. You are seated at the right hand of the Father, receive our prayer. For you alone are the Holy One, you alone are the Lord, you alone are the Most High, Jesus Christ, with the Holy Spirit, in the glory of God the Father. Amen.
Let us pray. Almighty and everlasting God, you are always more ready to hear than we to pray, and to give more than either we desire or deserve. Pour down upon us the abundance of your mercy, forgiving us those things of which our conscience is afraid, and giving us those good things which we are not worthy to ask, but through the merits and mediation of Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord, who is alive and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever.
Amen.
Please be seated for the meeting.
When all the people of Israel saw the fire and the glory of the Lord on the temple, they fell down on their faces King Solomon offered as a sacrifice 36,000 oxen and 170,000 sheep. So the king and all the people dedicated their hearts to God. The priests stood at their posts, the Levites also, with the instruments of music to the Lord that King David had made, for giving thanks to the Lord. Opposite them, the priests sang trumpets, and all Israel stood. Solomon consecrated the middle of the court that was in front of the house of the Lord, for there he offered the burnt offering and the fat of the burnt offering, well being, because the bronze altar that Solomon had made could not hold the burnt offering and the grain offering and the fat one. At that time, Solomon held the festival for 7 days, and all Israel with him, a very great congregation. On the 8th day, they held a solemn assembly, for they had observed the dedication of the altar, 7 days, and the festival for 7 days. On the 23rd day of the 7th month, he sent the people away to their homes, joyful and in good spirits, because of the goodness that the Lord had shown to David, and to Solomon, and to his people Israel. Thus Solomon finished the house of the Lord and the king's house. All that Solomon had planned to do in the house of the Lord and in his own house, he successfully accomplished. This is the word of the Lord.
The response, Lord, I love the place where your law.
Lord, allow the place where your glory abides.
Give judgment for me, O Lord, for I have integrity. I have trusted in the Lord and have not faltered. Test me, O Lord, and try me. Examine my heart and my mind.
Lord,
I love the place where your glory abides. For your love is before my eyes. I have walked in your truth. I have not joined the company of the false, nor consulted with the deceitful. I hate the gathering of evildoers, but I will not sit down in the wicked. Lord, I love the place where your glory abides. I will wash my hands in innocence, O Lord, that I may go about your altar, to make heard the voice of thanksgiving and tell of all your wonderful deeds. Lord, I love the house of your habitation, the place where your glory abides.
Lord, I love the place where your glory abides.
sometimes seek to serve and bring the food, or supply multiply your seed of sowing, and increase the harvest of your righteousness. You will be enriched in every way from your great generosity, which will produce thanksgiving to God through us, who live in this ministry not only supplies the needs of the saints, but also of those who make thanksgiving to God. Through the testing of this ministry, we glorify God by your obedience to the confession of the gospel of Christ, and by the generosity of your sharing in the name of the Lord. While they honor you and pray to you, because of the response of grace of God and forgiveness. Thanks be to God always in his life. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Speak, Lord, to your servant listen. You have the words of eternal life.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Hear the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to John.
Glory to you, O Lord.
In the Passover of the Jews was near, and Jesus went out to Jerusalem. In the temple he found people standing around him, eating and drunk, and the money changers seated at their tables. Making a whip of cords, he drove all of the land of the temple, both the sheep and the cattle. He also poured out the coins of the money changers upon the top of their tables. He told those who were saying, God, take these things out of here. Stop making my father's house a marketplace. His disciples remembered that it was written, zeal for your house will consume me. The Jews then said to him, what sign have you shown us for doing this? Jesus answered them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. The Jews then said, this temple has been under construction for 46 years, and will you raise it up in 3 days? But he was speaking of the temple of his body. After he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered that he was dead, and they believed the scripture and the word that Jesus had spoken. This is the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
Of all our hearts be always acceptable in your sight, O God, our strength and our Redeemer.
Amen.
Words from our first lesson. As Solomon finished his prayer, fire came down from heaven. The priests were unable to enter the house of the Lord because the glory of the Lord had filled it. All the Israelites witnessed the fire coming down, and where they were on the paved court, they bowed low and worshipped and gave thanks, because it is good, for his love endures forever. In 1951, Brian Thompson took his O-levels at the Cambridgeshire High School for Boys. His dad told him he'd read enough books to last a lifetime, and that he had better leave to get a job with Cambridge Post Office, which he did. He started as a telegram messenger boy. The messengers sat on greasy wooden benches in their dark prison cell of an office waiting to receive telegrams in pale orange envelopes through a hatch in the wall. Outside, the red bikes were ranged in stands. You received the telegram, its pale orange envelope, glanced at the address, put it into a pouch that was attached to a leather belt, squared off your pillbox hat, and cycled away. My very first delivery, Brian Thompson recalled, was to a terrace of early Victorian houses opposite Old Addenbrooke's Hospital. Mr. Spence, the recipient, tore the envelope open on his doorstep. "Ah," he said with keenly managed emotion, "I have just been awarded the architectural contract for the new Coventry Cathedral. Splendid." He pulled out a handful of change and, after studying it on the palm of his hand for a few moments, selected a sixpence. "Thank you so much," he murmured, and then added, glancing into the street, "Is it raining?" Coventry, in memory of a pilgrimage that never happened. It seems an apt theme for today. I quote from the official tour guide, Max's notes. 1940, on the night of the 14th of November, incendiary devices from German military action strike much of Coventry, including the cathedral, which burns to ruin. The decision to rebuild is taken next morning. Incendiary devices fire from heaven. Ironically, Solomon's prayer was uttered on the occasion of the dedication of the Jerusalem temple, when all was fresh and new. In the context of Coventry, incendiary devices carries a much more sinister meaning. The German Air Force cleverly used radio beams guided from 2 radio stations on the continent for pathfinding purposes. The radio beams intersected over a target area. The target area was set on fire by a pathfinder squadron, and the rest of the bombers steered for the flames. Coventry was the first city to be attacked in this particular way. There's something poignant in that it mightn't have happened. The Germans had been revising their radio pathfinding system, and British scientists tried to beat them to it by seeking to deflect or jam the radio beams. If one scientist had not made a calculation error, they would succeed, and Coventry wouldn't have been targeted so precisely. One is forced to think of scientists even now working for a coronavirus vaccine, though they aren't working with pen or pencil and sets of figures in a back room, unlike the British radio scientists in 1940. Between them, the incendiaries and the bombs lit the Coventry city centre, crowned by its beautiful medieval cathedral. During an attack that lasted 10 hours, nearly a third of the city's houses remained uninhabitable, over half its buses were damaged or destroyed, nearly all telephone lines were nullified, all the main railway lines going through Coventry were blocked. 100 acres of the city centre were destroyed, 554 people died, 865 were significantly wounded. For those who lived through it, the Coventry Blitz was bigger than the London Blitz, because Coventry was such a small and compact town, just 213,000 people. It is said that nearly everyone had heard the fall of nearly every bomb. Nearly everyone knew someone who was dead, missing, or homeless. Coventry is finished. Coventry is dead, were key phrases in local people's conversation next morning. But Coventry was not finished, nor dead. Within only 6 weeks, Morris Motor Engines, a key factory for aircraft manufacture, despite losing much of its roof in the bombing raid, was back to a normal rate of production. The national heroes, arguably, were the factory workers who nearly all turned out for work such as had been spared the very first week after the raid. For NHS heroes in the current crisis, Coventry's factory teams were the equivalent. For masks and face shields and all the PPE, think instead of greatcoats, sou'westers, gumboots, tin hats, as they went on with their factory work at Morris Motor Engines, under the open sky, evading not a virus, but falling chunks of masonry from overhead damage. The Coventry spirit is discernible in the spirit of the NHS heroes we clapped on Thursdays. Though for many of the rest of us, unless you are closely connected to an NHS employee, the reality of their struggle perhaps seems more remote than did the struggles of the Coventry factory workers to their contemporaries, at least in the city of Coventry. For everyone in Coventry nearly was directly affected by the Coventry Blitz, directly and immediately, even the cathedral clergy. No cathedral to worship in, virtually. And hasn't that word changed in meaning nowadays since the COVID-19 outbreak impacted our lives? But of course, this wasn't the end, for the decision to rebuild resulted in a competitive invitation to interested architects, of whom one was the aforesaid Basil Spence, to submit designs for the rebuild. Well, the rest, as they say, is history. I quote from Max's notes. 1956, Her Majesty the Queen lays the foundation stone for the new cathedral designed by Basil Spence. 1962, the new cathedral is consecrated on the 25th of May. What about the actual service of consecration? No fire came down from heaven on this occasion, but the people did say in their fashion, "It is good, for his love endures forever." Admittedly, not everyone liked the new cathedral, but most people did. This was said to be a restyled traditional cathedral, a great and humbling building. Remember how the people bowed low to the ground and worshipped and gave thanks when the Jerusalem temple was consecrated. Local folks gave their views. The most fabulous place I have ever seen. A very nice building. I have seen temples in Delhi, and I would compare it with them. But perhaps the most fitting assessment came from a lady called Molly after she heard Benjamin Britten's War Requiem premiered in Coventry Cathedral just 5 days after its consecration. Reflecting on Britten's warning about the folly and pity of war, she went on, "It seemed fitting that Coventry should be the first to hear such a passionate denunciation of what killed its cathedral and many of its citizens, and remains the adversary that no splendid, straggling archangel, even St. Michael, has yet properly finished up for us. But we will try," says the new cathedral. And it is this spirit, perhaps, that is making the world beat a path to its door. All of which raises a question for our time. This is Max's challenge. What role will the churches returned to life under a blue East Anglian sky play in reviving public spirit and public life and public vision, AC after COVID, as distinct from BC before COVID? We wait and see. Without vision, the people perish, the prophet said. But come what may, for me, for Father Max, in his new benefice, the crucial challenge will be to direct the revival enterprise in our parish churches under new conditions as clergy and laity rediscover the beauty of holiness. Week by week, our priority task is to continue the Opus Dei, the liturgical work of God's people, which King Solomon instituted long ago in the original temple of Old Jerusalem. One thing is for certain, the small comedies of manners which occur in any parish church, even a cathedral, will still happen, thank goodness. Even on the 25th of May 1962, there were moments of levity at Coventry Cathedral. You have to remember this was before contactless payments, which are fast becoming de rigueur in our own St Mary's Newmarket. The Lord Mayor fainted with a terrible clatter of municipal chains and had to be revived by the Bishop of Birmingham. And as the sidesman attempted to pile the collection onto gold salvers, there was a continual cascade of coins to the floor in front of the stony gaze of the Queen, whose yellow outfit incidentally clashed with John Piper's new canary yellow clergy coats. Now, that would never have happened at St Mary's Newmarket.
In one God, something united, making up heaven and earth, and all that is seen and unseen. We prove one of his Christ, the Son of God, eternally present as God, God from God, light from light, true God and true God, who was and was made, of one being with the Father, through him all things were made. For us and for our salvation, he came down from heaven, was incarnate of the Holy Spirit and the Virgin Mary, and was made man. For our sake he was crucified under Pontius Pilate. He suffered death and was buried. On the third day he rose again, in accordance with the Scriptures. He ascended into heaven, and is seated at the right hand of the Father. He will come again in glory to judge the living and the dead, and his kingdom will have no end. We believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, giver of life, who proceeds from the Father and the Son, who with the Father and the Son is worshipped and glorified, who has spoken through the prophets. We believe in one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. We acknowledge one baptism for the forgiveness of sins. We look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. Amen.
In your mercy, Jesus, Lord of your church.
In your mercy, hear us.
God our Father, you give us we may work together in the service of your Son. Bless Max in his future ministry. Holy Heaven, bless all who live, that they may be firm in faith in their humble call. Jesus, Lord of your church, in your mercy, hear us. Bless Charles and those who speak, that they may increase our understanding and be open to your word. Jesus, Lord of your church,
Hear our majesty, hear us.
bless those who listen, that they may be reformers to us, yet know your holy in themselves. Jesus, Lord of your church,
In your mercy, hear us.
among the saving Catholic and your reform, Alan Barton, Ron Perry, Oliver Lane, Ryan Moore, Monica Trent, Cameron Turner, Mary Sharp, Margaret Watson, Harold Burke, Sue Moore, Cindy Miller, Marlene Jackson, Lee Marsh, Georgina Simpson, Rob King, Caroline City, Sybil Grove, Hannah Manuel, Stuart Moss, Ruby Lee, Jenny Robinson, Peter Brown, Rachel Cahill, and her children Sam and Paul, whose father Alex Farr was killed in the car accident 14 years ago yesterday. Jesus, Lord of your church,
In your mercy, hear us.
bless those through whom you speak, that they may proclaim your word in power, yet open their ears to your gentle whisper. Jesus, Lord of your church,
In your mercy, hear us.
bless benefices and those who work or grow up in your words that in the complexity of their daily life, they may literally fulfill your purpose and seek your kingdom first. Jesus, Lord of your church,
In your mercy, hear us.
for the church universal, of which is building our visible city. For this congregation, as we remember your promise that when two or three are gathered in your name, you are there in the midst. For this place where we may be still and know that you are God. For your blessings in Christ and for the vision of the future. Jesus, Lord of your church,
In your mercy, hear us.
remembering the faithful past, among them Brian Burke, John Cline Jr., and those whose years now, it is at this time. We join our prayers with those of all the saints, saying, merciful God,
Accept these prayers for the sake of your Son, our Saviour, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Let us stand to share again God's peace. Christ is our peace. He has reconciled us to God in one body on the cross. We meet in his name and share his peace. The peace of the Lord be always with you.
And also with you.
Yours, Lord, is the greatness, the power, the glory, the splendor, and the majesty. For everything in heaven and on earth is yours.
All things come from you, and all from home do we give you.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Lift up your hearts.
We lift them to the Lord.
Let us give thanks to the Lord our God.
It is right to give thanks and praise.
For praise and everywhere to give you thanks, Holy Father Almighty and eternal. From sunrise to sunset, this day is holy. For Christ has risen from the tomb and scattered the darkness of death with light that will not fade. This day the risen Lord walks with your gathered people, unfolds for us your word, and makes himself known in the very of the prayer. And though the night will overtake this day, you summon us to live in endless life, that never ceases, now of the Lord. And so with choirs of angels, and with all the heavenly hosts, we proclaim your glory, and join their hands for praise. Holy, holy,
Holy Lord,
Lord, you are holy indeed, the source of all holiness. Granted by the power of the offering Spirit and according to your holy will, these gifts of bread and wine may be to us the body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ. Who in the same night that he was betrayed, took bread and gave you thanks. He broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying, "Take, eat. This is my body which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, after supper, he took the cup and gave you thanks. He gave it to them, saying, "Drink this, all of you. This is my blood of the new covenant, which is shed for you and for many for the forgiveness of sin. Do this as often as you drink it in remembrance of me." Great is the mystery of faith.
Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again.
So, Father, according to what you said on the cross, his perfect sacrifice made once for the sins of the whole world, rejoicing in his mighty resurrection and glorious ascension, and looking for his coming in glory, we celebrate this memorial of our redemption. As we offer you this, our sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving, we bring before you this bread and this cup, and we thank you for granting us worthy to stand in your presence and serve. Remember, Lord, your church in every hand, reveal her unity, guard her faith, and preserve her in peace. Send Holy Spirit of your people, let gather into one your kingdom all who share this one bread and one cup, so that we, in the company of the blessed Virgin Mary, Agnes and Julius and Martins and Nicholas and Philip, and all the saints, may praise and glorify you forever. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, by whom, and with whom, and in whom, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, all honor and glory be yours, Almighty Father, forever and ever.
Amen.
Let us pray with confidence, as our Saviour has taught.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, that deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
We break this grace to share in the body of Christ.
Though we are many, we are one body, because we all share in one bread. Lamb of God, have mercy on us. Jesus, bearer of our sins, have mercy on us. Jesus, Redeemer of the world, grant us peace.
Behold, the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world. Blessed are those who are called to this night.
Lord, I am not worthy to receive you, but only say the word, and I shall be healed.
Communion will be administered from the nave steps. Will come down there if you like to come up, keeping your 2 meters distance. I suggest we do it as we have been, so that whoever this side goes first, so this side of the nave goes first, this side of the nave, and then this side of the aisle, and this side of the aisle. So that we keep our social distance at all times. You will have to remove your mask in order to receive communion. So may the body and blood of Christ keep you all in eternal life.
Amen.
God of all mercy, in His Eucharist you have set aside our sins and given us your healing. Grant that we who are made whole in Christ may recognize goodness in His broken world. In the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Where it says notices or announcements, I think I will put anything in the service sheet about what might happen at this juncture. But I think Father wants something to say.
If I could ask Matt to come down and bring the sanitizer with him. Just a housekeeping announcement. At the end of the service, Max will process out of the church and turn the right following the path up to the top of the green, and then he will station through paths, the congregation and say, "Pastor can't be a do, I'm afraid, so because of the protocol, but there will be plenty of room on the top of the path. For saying goodbyes safely as the producer of the Land here for the last time in the present series. And that's another concept. We have one or two things we would like to give Max. And first of all, the Mother's Union. It's a reminder we've been with us during the time of the lockdown. Actually, unique anybody's experience around. And so I'm giving you something that will remind you of the lockdown in a rather unusual way. It's an essay entitled The Siege of Londonderry. Now, this is an extract from the writings of Lord Macaulay's History of England. Writings contained in the multi-volume History of England back in the 19th century. The Siege of Londonderry was translated into Greek prose and in Greek prose by several there were 60, 80, very unpleasant experience we had of London there. So that's one thing. The other is a little more cheerful. This is something Max himself showed, actually. It's an original painting, watercolor of horse, done by the artist's residence, or in residence, at the National Club, Chris Ridge. And Max shows himself. It really represents, I suppose, the spirit of Newmarket, the horse, and all its energy. It's very simple, very clear and plain. But I think when it's framed, it looks very good. So thank you very much. And I'm giving you as well a card on behalf of the parishioners. So I'll give you that at the end. When Janet and Val have made their own major presentation.
Dear Matt, what can we say to you? Right, is moving spirit. Just to say that we're sending on your way. Without that, and we hope that us and and this is just another thing on behalf of you.
Charlotte, while Max is opening that, can we have Cynthia up here? Good. Okay. We can't have a Sunday without Cynthia, and here she is. Display of breath here. Oh, oh. Is that a giggle? That is a giggle, isn't it? Hey? That's a lovely smile. Yeah. She is absolutely grinning away here. She's hiding. She's hiding a bit of that smile in her sling, but you can see she's smiling away. Lovely to see. Okay, Max has undone his parcel now, so.
Measure full max, parallel final max, very certainly mark, somewhere 30 to 40. Dear Max, the time has come to send you on your way that love and gratitude for your darkness place. We wish you, Charlotte, and Cynthia every happiness for the future, and may God send his blessing on your ministry and favor with us. He who calls is faithful, 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 24. Father John, and all your grateful persons here in Newmarket, or should I say almost correctly, North Newmarket. Married to Agnes Bennett. 2016, 2020. Thank you.
We do have a little bit of our own to you all, and this is definitely in the parish. I'm not sure who I should give this to. And if I'm not sure what it is, you need to ask Sharon.
Oh, right, now, okay, quizzical look. It certainly has. Janet's struggling with the tape. I'm supposed to know what this is. That's because you can't see anything. Oh, yes, I do. It's a fable. Mm. This was a question I asked Max I said, "What's a tharball?" And of course he knew. Monstrance on. Mm. I have to say it will be a much loved replacement for the book Under the Cloth. I think if anybody speaks now, to be in tears. um, just about to finish off the service, but it is very difficult at the moment, as you can well imagine.
So we do have in the service feature for liturgy a prayer to time the party. And so I invite you all to stand as we say this together. The Lord, peace watch over our going out of our coming from this time forth forevermore. He is our beginning and our end. So let us ask for his blessings. We give thanks for our share honor together as we prepare to sing your part, our mission of ministry in his name. Almighty
And eternal God, who is unchanging from age to age, we thank you at this time of parting for the blessings you have shown us during our time, and the great things that you have done to our hands. And we acknowledge those times when we have turned from your ways and failed you and one another. Bless us all before the Lord in our separate future endeavors, showing your mercy and favor on us in this our earthly life, that by your grace alone we may be joined in everlasting joy and happiness in the kingdom of your beloved Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Lord, go before you in all that you do with his most gracious favor, and guide you with his continual help, that in all your works, begun, continued, and ending in him, you may glorify his holy name,
Amen.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Go forth into the world in peace. Be of good courage. Hold fast that which is good. Render to no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the afflicted. Honor everyone. Love and serve the Lord. Rejoicing in the power of the Holy Spirit. And the blessing of God Almighty, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, be among you and remain with you always.
Amen.
Go in the peace of Christ.
Thanks be to God. So folks, that's it. The boy has departed. Elvis has left the building, as they say. Jenny, you asked what it is. It's a chasuble of St Mary. If you excuse me one moment, I'll see if I can't take the camera to have a little look. So hope you're not going to feel too sick. There, I don't know whether you can see it because of the wrapping in it, but it's a beautiful chasuble with the Mary insignia, which you will have seen many times on the St Mary. Well, you can see it now with the St Mary's Church in the Commons. Thank you, Wes. I'm going to ask him to peer into the bag to show the picture. The beautiful picture of St Mary's Church. Wonderful. And I think there's another one there. That's it here. Oops, sorry. And a horse. There. Thank you. So folks, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've been able to get something from this service. It wasn't smooth, but then I'm not a camera person, and hopefully we can do this again, and it will help those who can't come to church. And thank you for your patience and everything that's been going on today, because it has been an extra long service, but you all understand why. And I'll say goodbye for now. God bless, and join us again Wednesday, hopefully. But we're going to continue with Sundays somehow in the future. So please do carry on joining us. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.